let me go in another direction a little bit now about a popular, well, it's a popular topic and narrative, and I think it's kind of interesting about the back to kind of the Satoshi narrative and what happened, and this this taking up the possession of the coins, and then I think it's expiring on October 1st or so. So for those who haven't been following, we had the ruling that we know that Craig Wright is legally not allowed to say Satoshi. He's Satoshi, right? So we know that he's legally not allowed to do that. So, but there's this other thing that this narrative was with the Satoshi-era coins that have moved 80,000 BTC. You know about that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
80,000 BTC is gigantic. These
yeah,
are on chain BTC moved over there to another wallet. In the wallet, there's 10. These are a total of eight eight transactions of 100. I think 100,000. No,
yeah. I'm not sure what the numbers are.
I think it's yeah, it's like 50. Either way, it's like eight separate wallets that
Yeah,
all moved at the same time, and they all came with a message that linked to the Solomon brothers, saying
yep.
if these coins, if anyone has a right to these coins, please contact us here or on chain. Post your keys, and you'll have a right to them. Now, let's just explore that theory for a moment, okay? Because Satoshi, if he is around, well, he's going to come forward and he's going to sign those coins right now. All right.
Mhm.
Would you agree? Because those look like they were all Satoshi coins. I mean, 80,000 BTC from 20, whatever it was. Now that seems to be the narrative that's being exposed. So he needs to
Yeah.
sign those coins and take them. Otherwise, this wallet at this exchange is going to then take legal possession of them, and nobody can ever sue that person who is claiming them.
Yeah, I'm not sold on the idea that just by announcing that they get all of these legal rights. It's kind of like a legal maneuver almost I don't understand. Like I think I was reading that they're basing it on like real estate, or maybe I was watching you actually. Maybe you said this, I don't remember, but like that they're kind of copying this idea that like, if there's an abandoned property, you can just come in and say like, oh, this is like I'm giving notice that I'm taking over this abandoned property, and there's some legal precedent on that for real estate. But I'm not sure that just announcing it and posting a website and saying like I'm taking possessions of these of coins, and I don't think we know who actually posted that. It was done through a law firm, but we don't know who they're representing. So I've heard theories that it's actually that was actually Satoshi doing that, or someone else doing that. And so like I honestly don't know what to make of it. So but I am unconvinced that it's just an automatic that if Satoshi doesn't sign, then this other person, whoever it is, gets the money. Like to
Well,
me, that hasn't been
well, let
that
me
to me
ask
that's
you. Let me ask you
speculation.
this. I mean, how there doesn't seem to be any possible way that somebody can just move 80,000 BTC if they didn't have the keys, right?
Yeah. So well, right. So that's the other thing. I also is like, is it that they have the keys, or is it that they have some way like um some communication with the miners who are like who are what's the word working together, collaborating, or like a conspiracy of miners where they're going to try to take these coins. That's the other kind of narrative that I heard. So again, I highly doubt. Yeah, like you would think that whoever wrote that would has the keys, but then um, like why would you even need the announcement?
This is now let me explore why. All
Yeah.
right, here's the
Yeah, I
aha
know what you're
moment.
gonna say, but
Well,
yeah,
here's
go
the
ahead, go
aha
ahead.
moment, okay? So, and this kind of has come together in the last few days of my head. Let me just kind of explore this. So, Binary posted something on X recently, and he said, Craig Wright is not Satoshi. He killed off Satoshi. He is legally Satoshi. He killed him off. Satoshi is gone. Okay. Craig Wright is not Satoshi. People keep saying he's Satoshi. He's not. He
Right.
killed him off. He's gone. He's never coming back. And this right here, okay, this is the theory that I've got nailed down is what's happening is that it's separating Satoshi and Craig Wright once and for all,
Yep.
okay? And it will Whether or not we know that Craig Wright's going to take that money, I don't know if we'll ever find that out. But let's just assume that it is Craig, and he is going to take those, and he's going to legally get them. It's going to once and for all separate him from Satoshi, so no one can say, "Well, you shouldn't have. You took Satoshi's coins." No, I didn't.
Right.
I'm not Satoshi. I'm not.
Right. It's as though it's so your theory is that it's as though his it's like he has alter egos, and it's as though his Craig Wright alter ego is taking legal possession from his Satoshi alter ego. And this
Right.
is like the way that it's being
And it's going through 100% legal process to
right.
separate the two, to give the world notice, to anyone out there who doubts that that alter ego has a living, breathing body to it. You know that thing was actually legitimate. It was real. Come on forward. 90 days. Bring it on. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's I think that that's probably in my mind that's plausible and it's probably the
Well,
best theory that
it
I've heard
seems
on it.
like the only logical incentive, unless there's some major ruling out the whole conspiracy with the miners theory, because
Right.
that sounds like I'm not informed enough on that, and that seems like a pretty wild fallacy. But this seems like a true motive from a guy who has an understanding in law. He understands the procedures in law, and he's been targeted for forever about legal stuff and sued, so many times. How would he
Yeah.
protect himself by actually taking possession of those Satoshi coins legally? Well, he'd have to
Yeah.
separate himself once and for all, and then give notice to Satoshi and the world, saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, come forward."
Yeah. I mean, I think that, yeah, that's definitely an interesting theory. And like I said, to me, the most plausible. Like, again, however, I still want to go back to, I still think that the idea that you can just claim coins that haven't moved for long, like, basically, like, that, that you can kind of like take legal possession of coins. I think
Well,
that's a novel
well,
legal idea. And
let me just frame it like this. Let's
yeah,
say that let's put it this way. Okay, let's give an example. Okay, how would I find this? I come across I'm at the freaking library or something, and all of a sudden I see this key fob. I'm like, you're not a key fob, but a little USB. I'm like, oh my god, a USB. Has anyone? No. On the USB, there's private keys to a wallet. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's BTC. Oh my, let's just
right,
say this happens, right? And
right.
then I say, well, what do I do? What do I
I think,
do? What do I do? Well, I should probably figure out how to give notice to whoever these are, because I mean, I really feel bad, but what am I supposed to do? So that, SOS, how would
yeah,
you?
I do agree. I do agree, like with the point you're making that if he has the keys, then it is like it almost doesn't matter what the legal justification is because he has the keys. So like there's no so even though it is true that it's kind of a novel legal maneuver, it's like there's no one, if Craig has the keys, then there's no one on the other side of it who can like challenge it, right?
And
So it's like
if somebody found those keys,
right.
I think they're doing the right thing.
Well, that's a little more shaky to me, but
How?
if
Well, how would you? Well, yeah, I agree, but still,
yeah.
I mean, they stole the keys.
I think the fact that it's Craig and he has the keys makes it much more solid than, some random person coming and being like, actually, this is my Bitcoin
I mean,
and yeah,
there's so much on the blockchain post about this, about that leads back to Craig. I mean, this guy is trolling the freaking blockchain. He was putting graffiti on the blockchain about CSW, putting the word FUC, on the
right.
blockchain, putting all this graffiti, digital graffiti in these transactions that is just so sophisticated,
Yeah.
through it, calculated maneuvers at one time. There's not too many people, Well, first of all, one of the things that the video I saw talked about was that it's somebody from the first generation. So now you got
Yeah. It's like
limited, a
handfuls of
handful of people. It's a
yeah,
first generation Bitcoiner, right? So, okay, well, that's a handful of people, you know?
exactly. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
I mean, it's such an interesting, I like, you know, one thing I always think about this, like living through this is what a crazy history this is. And that like even in a small way, we're kind of participating in it. And like, just a crazy story. Like when this
It
gets made
is.
a movie or whatever. I
It's
mean,
it's well,
and
it is going
everything.
to be a movie. It's going to be a documentary, and it's going to be. It's just it's not over yet. So
Yeah,
we're
no, it's
still we're
not.
still
No,
we're
no, no.
still
Of course,
living
yeah.
through it. And I think the October surprise here that we're coming out seeing is a big part of it. You got the what is it? The white paper was October 31st, right? So that's the 15. Yeah, the October 31st. I think it's the 15
Sure.
years. Yeah, on the white papers coming up, and then the coins are July 4th of this year is when that notice was done. It was exactly on July 4th. And that's American Independence Day, very very significant day, Freedom Day, right? And it's
Yep.
this notice that's now expiring in October. So we've got some exciting things to talk
What
about.
was the October date?
Well, it would be October, probably October. I think it was 90 days, October 4th, October 3rd, maybe,
Hmm.
October 1st. So 90 days from July 4th.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it would be early October. And that's when that's going to happen. And that will be the sell date. So here's
Two
the thing.
weeks basically.
That's the sell date, right? So you figure all the coins that have been moved, they're on an exchange right now, and they're going to sell. That's the claim potentially. Maybe we'll see.
Right.
They potentially will all sell, liquidate at one point. 80,000 BTC, $8 billion, wipes gone, goes off to fiat or
Yeah.
goes somewhere.
Yeah, I wonder. I kind of want to look now, like how traders are or speculators are dealing. I haven't seen too much from
that that's a,
speculators.
that's a great that seems like a great trade opportunity. I would like to capitalize on. I mean, if we know that there's a potential trade happening on early October for 80,000 BTC, a sell order. I
Yeah.
mean, there's got to be a way to front run that. Like I'd like to figure
And
that
yeah,
out.
short Bitcoin, BTC.